Hey guys, it's Joe of the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. Chris, welcome to the show. I've got Chris Wassel here. We're going to talk some hockey and some hot sauce. This is going to be a great show today.
Yeah, hello everybody. You're gonna get a little bit of everything. You're gonna get some cool stuff, and then we're gonna bring the heat.
Absolutely. Game 3 tonight, Chris. I tell you this, did you expect Colorado to win both of these games?
I figured they might win both games. I mean, based on the last round a little bit, different set of circumstances. Tampa, like I said to many people, came off a huge rest, so you could understand a bit of rust. This round, really, just a few days, and game one was close. Look,
Yep.
everybody sat there and said, "Well, hey, they nearly won game one. They came back. They were down 3-1 after the first period. They tied it. They lost in overtime. Okay, maybe they were a little bit dominated at even strength. Maybe Colorado missed a few opportunities they should have cashed in on. Tampa will make adjustments. It's Tampa. They're the defending two-time champions for a reason.
Yep.
Apparently, somebody forgot the memo in Colorado.
Someone didn't get the message. You are so right. What were they thinking?
Well, I mean, look, you could see it from the opening puck drop on Saturday night, and I think it was important to note that Colorado's ability to get to the middle of the ice with speed was something that was feared. It wasn't as if nobody saw this coming. I think it was more just the idea of they execute it in a way that they figured, this could not happen against Tampa Bay. And it did anyway. A few things for people that obviously in the know. Braden Point is iffy at best. Did not skate at all today. And to be honest, didn't look like himself the first two games of the series anyway. I think he had one shot on goal combined in 2 games, despite playing basically what amounts to be his normal workload almost, for as far as average time on ice. So there's been sort of trends. Look, you can go down the line. Steven Stamkos has 4 shots on goal. I think he has 2 scoring chances the first 2 games. Nikita Kucherov. Where's Nikita Kucherov? These are 3 of your best players, basically. And Colorado, through basically the defensive pairings and the play of Cale Makar and Devon Toews, which, yes, I know these are guys that can provide lots of offense, but defensively, this has been a masterful job on both ends for Colorado, especially at even strength. You look. Did anybody think that Colorado could score 3 goals in the opening 20 minutes twice in this series?
Against Vasilevsky? Absolutely not.
And that's the thing. I mean, look. Vasilevsky once upon a time, 2 rounds ago, gave up 3 goals in an entire round.
Absolutely.
He then gave up, over the final 4 games of the Ranger series, he gave up 2 goals at even strength.
Yeah.
Colorado was like, nah, no problem. We can score as much as we want. Look, special teams battle. Game 2. This has been the important battle since the dawn of time, at least in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Colorado 3, Tampa Bay 0. Colorado scored twice on the power play and once shorthanded. I mean, look, we thought, hey, maybe Cale Makar is going to go 2 games without scoring at all in the playoffs for the first time. No,
not at all. So what?
2 goals in the third period.
Absolutely. I mean, he played phenomenal.
About the only guy for Colorado, oddly enough, that really hasn't done much in this round is the guy that probably you don't want to be ticked off and on a bit of a cold spell, and that's Nathan MacKinnon, who is
Yeah.
just the one assist from game 2.
Yeah.
But this is despite this guy is averaging about 6 shots a game over the past 2+ rounds.
Absolutely. That's why his props are so juiced, over
Yeah,
4.5
people
minus
people are wondering why.
150.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
why is his anytime goal this, and why is it as short as plus 148 in some places now?
Yeah.
It's like, well, gee, there's that, there's this, there's the Canadians odds wise at one point he was as short as about 1.55 for an over of 4.5 shots, which is ridiculous. For perspective, we've only probably seen this twice, 2 or 3 times all year.
Yeah.
One was with Austin Matthews when he had that insane streak where basically he had 20 goals in like 15 games. Not the 50 and 50. I know, but just the shorter microburst versions, because it's the playoffs. So over a 19-game span, you figure Nathan MacKinnon's had 5 or more shots at least 10 times at one point in a row. So you kind of expect, okay, that's going to hit.
Yeah.
Some of the more fun ones, obviously, Gabriel Landeskog's on a roll. Mikko Rantanen's on a roll. Valerie Nichushkin is just ridiculous. And Nichushkin may be one of the easier props out there if you can do a little shopping. You got a few hours, ladies and gentlemen. Do a little shopping. Pay, get your values in while you still can, because look, I mean, if you look, this is where it gets scary, Joe. If you look at some of the odds going in, and I thought this was nuts at first. The opening for this game is right about straight where the odds are for tonight.
Yeah.
It's eerie. Matter of fact, if I remember right, Caesars. I'm trying to remember which of the other ones, and a bunch of the slightly offshore Canadian sites all opened even.
Yeah, it's interesting.
At literally 11:30 Eastern on Monday night, which is really scary. And they barely moved, maybe just a tiny bit, but they came right back to. If you look like even Score Mobile, like, didn't move that much. If you look, and it doesn't. I mean, a couple of the offshore books had Colorado like maybe minus 105, minus 106. So Canadian odds wise, that's about 1.9, maybe 1.89. I mean, it's almost right. The magic number is 1.91 for our Canadian bettors. That's dead straight even. And the fact that it stayed this long, I'll be honest. If you're not at least betting somewhere and taking a shot at the puck line, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Okay.
I mean, even if it blows up in your face, which it could do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for 2 reasons. Okay, for one, if you look at the odds in regulation real fast, Tampa was 2-3, Colorado was 2-4. So you're getting, just the regulation wise, it's going to tilt. And as a matter of fact, I'm looking at this now, and this is the one area that has just moved, because Colorado is starting to get more and more of the handle, especially on the money line. And yep, wouldn't you know it, it has basically flopped, Joe. Colorado has flopped to a 2.29, or basically 2.3, and Tampa is now a 2.4. So that means, like, even on your offshore sites, that means that in a technical sense, Tampa is right now a home dog. Would have never expected that.
Who would have expected this? It's going to be quite the game tonight, Chris. Who are you taking? You taking
You,
Tampa on the puck line? What are you doing?
you know what? There's a part of me that wants to hedge this and see what the
Yep.
heck happens. I did it in game 2. I took the Colorado puck line just because it was so outrageous.
Yeah. Nice.
And I can sit there now and I can basically take the equivalent of, Joe, what I like to call like an eighth of a unit at this point.
Yep.
Just take the tiniest fractional bet and put one on the puck line, put one on the Tampa money line.
Yeah.
In regulation, that's the key.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to
Because
do regulation.
I'm getting plus on both.
Yep.
And then from there, hit a few of the scoring props, because you don't, at this stage of the game, you don't bet huge.
Yeah.
You just
it's so
don't.
very true. That's great advice, Chris. Chris, we have 2 minutes here.
Yep.
Actually, a minute and a half. Top hot sauces and why? Let's hear them.
This is beautiful. All right. Now, for those in the States, this is where it gets fun. I'm telling you, one of the best ones that I recommend out there is probably Melinda's Ghost Pepper, and I call it XXXX hot sauce for a reason.
Nice.
This stuff is nasty.
Yeah.
You can get this in a you can also get this in a buffalo sauce version for a little bit more flavor. It's the same basic thing. Still 4X flavor. The other one, oddly enough, and people laugh at this, I will get the gochujang Korean hot sauce.
Okay.
It's an old standby. It's not super hot, just hot enough. Tastes very good. Has some flavor. There's that. I also take a look at the. People laugh at this. The Tabasco ghost pepper sauce.
I have had the Tabasco ghost pepper sauce. It is fantastic.
It's pretty darn good. Now, this is where I start mixing stuff, which is fun. Take a little bit of Jamaican curry seasoning.
Okay.
Mix it in, get a little whisk, put it in there, put it into your chicken. Maybe sometimes some pork. Don't do it with beef. It doesn't have quite the same effect. But it will work. For beef now, obviously the Korean hot sauces are very good. And of course, I recommend this. Take any Indian type seasoning, like a good one.
Yep.
With a heavy amount of turmeric, mix it with white pepper, and then put your hot sauce over the top. What it does is the white pepper absorbs into the turmeric, and it absorbs right into the hot sauce.
I love it. Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining me here. We have to wrap it up. I can't wait to talk more hot sauces, more hockey with you. It's going to be a great game. Enjoy it. Where can people follow you on socials?
As always, you can follow me on Chris Wassel DFS on social media, on Twitter, and I'll be pretty much there all night long tonight.
Awesome. Chris, good luck tonight. You guys, I'll be back in the next 1 minute here with another Joe Madden Sports podcast. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.